Good evening, Niner fans. How we feeling? How we doing? We had training camp today, earlier, obviously, way back in the early part of the day, and here we are. We're going to talk all about it as we have been. Let's get into it. There were some good things today. Another padded practice. It was some nice stuff from Brock Purdy, and specifically Ricky Purcell. He was probably the standout today. A lot of players have been on and off here and there. So that gives other players opportunities, and we're going to talk about that, right? So, especially the offensive line, a lot of guys kind of stepping up because of that. With players out, Burford's out. Some guys, some vets. Feliciano had a day off, and Trent Williams, obviously, he's not there. So, kind of moving players around the line. We'll talk about that. We had cameo, right? We had a cameo today. We all saw that. The clip went viral. It was crazy. We'll talk about that and everything in between. So, how's everybody doing? How's everybody feeling? What's up, Darren? Niner gang. What's up, my man? What's up, Debbie? What's up, Daniel? Barry Sports. Happy Wednesday. How are we feeling today? Are we good? We hyped up. We happy? Training camp keeps on plugging along. Today was another. It was a pretty long practice. It wasn't as long as yesterday, but it was still a pretty long practice. One on ones. Again, I love the one on one portions. You could really see the O lineman and the D lineman working. You know, um, Nick Bosa, man. Let's talk about Nick Bosa. He just looks like he's built from another planet. He looks like he's just from another country or another planet. He looks like an alien. He's built different, right? The guy's unbelievable. He's chiseled, and he just dominating at camp. He's getting like would-be sacks on the team drills, one-on-ones. He's handling business. And when he does lose a rep, it's like, or when he gets, someone comes up and has a good rep against, it's like, did you just do that against Nick Bosa? Jalen Moore did today, so good shout out to Jalen Moore. But the thing about Bosa is he's just coming into camp, and it's nice to see because last year he wasn't there, so it's very refreshing to see Nick Bosa at training camp. That's what I had posted on my recap on Instagram. So nice to see him. He's dominating. The guy's a monster. I think he's gonna have a DPOY type season. So 11 days 11 days till Niner football. I can't wait, man. One guy that's also stepping up today, he's a rookie. Let's talk about him because Ricky Pearsall, a couple days ago, he made his debut Monday. He made his debut in training camp. They kept him on individual drills yesterday. He got into the team drills a little bit. Today, he got into the team drills a lot more. Brock Purdy, Ricky Pearsall, finally made a connection. Oh, it was pretty. And then there was a touchdown pass to Ricky Pearsall. Red zone drills. Brock Purdy layered it. He layered it. It was Jair Brown, Isaac Yiadom, Ricky Pearsall beats him. Good separation. And Brock just throws it above the defenders, floats it up there. Touchdown. Mm. Everybody was like, ooh, Ricky P, Slick Rick. It was nice to see. I love Slick Rick. He looks fun. He looks like he's gonna be a very good person on this team. Him and Brock Purdy definitely working on the chemistry, and it's good to see. So I'm hyped up. I'm excited when I see Ricky Pearsall out there. He's the rookie. It's your first round pick. This is who you spent the first round pick on that you haven't had in 3 years. This was your guy. So he was nice today. He's blocking out there. He's running good routes. He's doing everything. He's running kick returns. Like they have Rick doing everything, and he's working hard. He's like, it's you can tell he's giving it 110%. He has a very good work ethic. It's kind of like they're asking him jump, and he says how high. That's the vibes we get out of Ricky Pearsall. And man, today that catch was beautiful. He's again every day they try to get him like contested catches. He does it. He can adjust, to catches. Yesterday he made a beautiful adjustment. Today, I mean, being able to beat two defenders was nice. So I love to see it. I love to see it. You love to hear it, and I love to see it. Another guy that stepped up today that had a really good camp and a guy that could build off this. It's a good day for him because he hadn't been really having a good camp today. Ronnie Bell, man, he was catching from everybody. Every quarterback was in. He caught from everybody. His hands were like magnets. Touchdown in red zone. Ambry Thomas was draped, like literally hanging on that boy. I don't know. It was into coverage. I thought it was Brock when I first saw it, but I went back and through my notes. It was Brandon Allen. Brandon Allen was the guy that threw the touchdown pass. It's hard to see. They were on the far field. Sometimes the 17 and 13 looked the same, but regardless, Ronnie Bell, beautiful catch, red zone, corner end zone, all the way with Ambry Thomas draped on him. It was a beautiful pass. I mean, yeah, Ronnie Bell, man, you love to see it. We need that because again, depth. Hopefully, Ronnie can make this team. He was a late draft pick last year. He came in to some special teams. He had some moments here and there. But wide receiver this year is we've talked about it, a very tough position. And Ronnie Bell, you need to continue to have games like or days like this, practices like this, and then in preseason you need to continue to flash well. So, good day for Ronnie Bell. Good day if you're a Michigan fan. Good day, indeed, because Ronnie Bell was just all over the place. It's like every time I looked up, I was like, "Was that Ronnie Bell? Was that Ronnie Bell? Was that Ronnie Bell? Was that Ronnie Bell? Whoa, ring a bell, ring a bell, Ronnie Bell." I was like tweeting. I was like, "Ronnie Bell." Ronnie Bell, Ronnie Bell, Ronnie Bell. That's how it was today. It was great. He was everywhere today. So shout out to Ronnie B, Ronnie Bell, looking good out there today. Who else looked good today? Jalen Graham, D Winners. They had big moments on one-on-ones coverage. They had some nice reps on the one-on-ones, and then there was a play, Jalen Graham just breaking up the run play, stonewalling. I loved it. It was good. So Jalen Graham, D Winners, two young linebackers. It's good to see they're really picking up steam. They're developing. They got Devondre Campbell, who kind of looks stiff out there. He looks like obviously he's going to be a good veteran for us. He knows this. He knows the NFL. He's a little slow. He's a little stiff sometimes. And I think D Winters and Jalen Graham, they're hungry. They're like, listen, we got to step it up. Let's go. Let's put the pedal to the metal. And Devondre Campbell and all these linebackers, if you're not named Fred Warner, you got to look behind your shoulder and say, dude, we got some good young linebackers pushing on us. So it's good. So yeah, Ronnie Bell, good day for him. D Winters, he's been rising in camp. Like every day, he's stacking some good days. Like he'll have a moment. He'll have a moment today. Several moments. Jalen Graham, same thing. Very hard fought. He gave Jake Tongs like a boom, big hit on the one-on-ones, and then stuffing up runs. I think it was an Elijah Mitchell run. He just stuffed up. So it was really nice to see today. So yeah, very good from the two young linebackers they drafted last year. 49ers and linebackers, they know what they're doing. That's a position we don't worry about, and this is why that we don't worry about it because every day linebackers and the 49ers, they do great things. So Fred Warner, Dre Greenlaw, right now they're the guys. Eventually, they may not be the guys in a couple of years. Who knows? So you hope that D Winters and Jalen Graham, develop. So good to see them, steadily improving. Let's see. Debtopia says Malik Mustafa, question mark. Malik Mustafa didn't do much today. Um, Usually he's one of those guys that I keep an eye on. Didn't see much out of him today. But hey, he's had a hell of a camp. Just because he had one day that I didn't notice anything out of him, it's not a bad thing. It's not the end of the world. Oh my God, it's not the end of the world. So I didn't notice too much on him today. But hey, maybe next time he'll cook it up. So what's up, Tej Beats? How you doing, my man? Let's see, where are we going to next? Who else had a good day? Brock Purdy, man. Let's talk about Brock Purdy. He was very efficient, getting the ball off. A lot of like short dump off plays here and there. He's taking what the defense gave him, and he made a killing today. He's very efficient. Whatever the defense is going to give him, he took it. But he did have some nice little red zone touchdowns. George Kittle, we talked about the Pearsall touchdown. He was dialed in today. I loved what I saw out of Brock Purdy. He had this nice little sideline pass to Ronnie Bell, right side, deep pass. Woo, it was nice. So, yeah, Brock Purdy today, 0. Count him, baby. Count him, 0. You want to know how many interceptions he threw today? 0. You know how many yesterday he threw 4, and it was, oh my God, right. Guess what? Today he had 0. So if you're taking notes at home, pull out your pen, and write 0. Write 0 on that paper, on your notebook. He had 0. No interceptions. No interceptions today. So if you're keeping track at home, ladies and gentlemen, 0 interceptions for Brock. He was looking good today. You got to remember, you're playing the number one damn defense, or one of the best defenses. Maybe not number one, but one of the top defenses. You hope the defense is good. The defense isn't getting good numbers or good plays. I'd be a little worried. Brock's the man. He's the man. Love to see it. He's cooking. He cooked today. It was good. It was very good. Very nice. I loved it. Everybody was happy. Brock Purdy, no interceptions. Can we stop talking about practice? Did you hear what Brock Purdy said today about interception? Let's pull up the quote. I love it. I got to post this tomorrow. This is going to be the quote. Let me see. So we talking about practice? Let me see. This was the quote. He was on KNBR. Let me pull this up. This is what he said. Brocky. I love it. Stood on business, baby. So this is what he said. Right now is the time for us to go out and experiment. Okay? Experiment. Can I fit it in this window on this hitch? Can I look off Fred Warner or Demetrius Flanagan fouls or Devondre Campbell in a certain way and then make that throw backside? He doesn't know. He's trying to experiment because that's what happens. It's practice. It's training camp. You're practicing, of course, in the game situation. Now in the game, now in the game, it's a whole different story. He says, I'm going to be, of course, more cognizant, more safe. Let me get the exact quote. So in training camp, it's experiments. He's just trying to figure out, what can he do. So he also says you got to try it out. And in a game during the season, it comes down to protecting the ball every snap, every play. You can't necessarily try those things out, but right now we can. My mindset is to protect the ball, but let's be aggressive. Let's try this out. Let's figure it out. He says there's a time and a place where I'm like, this is practice, and I'm going to drop back and try this out. Then you got to figure out if it can be part of your game or not during the season. So this is what he's doing. He's experimenting. He's seeing these plays. If they work, he could try some of this stuff in the season. If it's not, he's like, fuck, no, don't do that again. Don't do that again. But this is what he's doing. He's trying to figure out what works for him. This is it. This is him still learning the nuances. He's a third-year quarterback. Like things are slowing down, and now he can sit there and say, "Hey, look, okay, it's a little slowing down. Let me try this. If the defense is here, I remember doing this in training camp, and I dumped it off to the player against the linebacker who was coming in, a certain coverage, and then boom, it works in the season because it worked in training camp, and that's it. It's literally him practicing and honing his technique." So that's why you don't worry about the interception. Yeah, people are making a big deal out of it. But anyways, that's me on my soapbox. Tej Beats says, how's Cowling? Haven't heard from him yet. You haven't heard from him because he's been dealing with a hamstring injury. His hamstring is hamstrung. He's going to be missing a little bit of time here. Kyle Shanahan said maybe a few weeks, a couple days to a few weeks. We'll see. So, yeah, that's why you haven't heard much from Jacob Cowling. He was there for the first, two practices, and he pulled his hamstring. So, unfortunate for him, he's dealing with a little bit of a hamstring injury. So, that's um, that's why you haven't seen County. So what else we got? So yeah, we talked about Brock Purdy. He did great. Obviously, no interceptions. Ronnie Bell, great day. Nick Bosa looks dominant. It's just nice to see Nick Bosa in practice, man. You love it. D Winters, Jalen Graham, two standouts. Love to see it. Ricky Pearsall, he was dialed in. He was really good today. Route running, unbelievable. Just everything about him today was just on point. I love what I saw out of Ricky Pearsall. Fred Warner, no surprise, looks like an All-Pro. Again, another season, another great year is on the horizon for Fred Warner, who is number 11 NFL Top 100. Set the tone today. First play of the day. First play stuffs Christian McCaffrey. I was like, oh, Fred Warner, he's on his shit. And he also stuffed Jordan Mason without hesitation in the red zone. Like he just crushed it. So, well, that was a nice little stuff. So good stuff. Brock Purdy, very efficient day. We talk about the best throw and catch of the day was the Purdy to Persall red zone dime. Freaking fantastic. I love it. And we talked about rookie Dominic Pooney. He continues to make the most of his opportunities. Other linemen resting or dealing with injuries. Pooney saw a good amount of first team reps at guard today. He's been consistently winning reps on his 101. So Dominic Pooney, he's definitely going to be a starter on this team eventually. I like what I've seen out of him today. Another solid day. He's stacking those days, right? Looking good. And the other guy I got to mention, Spencer Burford, he was seen running down the sideline, doing some conditioning. He has a broken hand, had it wrapped up, but he was seen on the sidelines today running and conditioning. It was a good sign. But you know what else happened today? Let's talk all about it. Let's talk about this for the next couple minutes before we end. Brandon Aiyuk today. He was there. We all saw it with our own eyes. Brandon Aiyuk today. He pulled up. I saw it. So I was filming Spencer Burford running on the sidelines. I see him. All of a sudden, I see a guy coming out looking like a ninja, dressed like a ninja, all black, hoodied. And I'm like, is that Brandon Aiyuk? Is that Brandon Aiyuk? He comes down the sideline. He gives a little handshake to Spencer Burford on his good hand, not the broken hand. Smart guy. Gives him a little high five, little dapperooski. Comes around the corner. I'm like, okay, where's he going? We filming, we filming. We get in the camera. I'm seeing Brandon Aiyuk. Where's he going? You could tell it's a BA. You know, he walks like him. Yeah, again, trying to be slick. Boom, he pulls up. You know who he comes up to? He comes up to John Lynch. Little handshake, little handshake. John Lynch, Brandon Aiyuk. And then he sees Kyle. Boom, premium dap up. Little hug, a little embrace. That's a good sign to me. I think we're on the verge. I mean, body language. If we want to read into, a handshake and a hug, a little embrace BA. It's a good sign. You don't hug and handshake someone like the way they did if he's not staying on the team. It was good. I think that was very good, positive momentum on Brandon Aiyuk. That's what I took it as. It was nice. I saw it. I was like, okay, BA, he was there. He was there, baby. So nice to see. Y'all saw the video. Everybody saw the video. We all saw Brandon Aiyuk pulled up, checking out with John Lynch and Kyle Shanahan. Very good sign. In my opinion, I think it's a good sign that. Let's see. Let me see if I could pull the video up here on. Obviously, you guys have seen it, but good stuff, man. I think it was a good sign. Honestly, to me personally, it was a good sign. That's the way I look at it. I was like, okay, you don't just go out there and handshake and all that stuff with the GM and the coach if you have bad blood. I think things are going in the right direction, and you can tell, man. Right now, he just wants to play. He just wants to play. Let's roll the clip here. We the most real. Don't tell your brother, don't say Yep, there it is. Y'all saw that today. I mean, I think it's a good time. You see, Kyle Shanahan looked so happy. Kyle was happy, bro. Kyle was so happy. I'm telling you, man. Kyle Shanahan was the happiest of them all. You just see how hyped he was when he gave him that high five. He was like, bro, I love you. It was good, man. It was good. It was good. My man, everyone's worst nightmare says BA acting all tough. Now he folding. Hey, you know what? I think it's just you go through these negotiations. At the beginning of it, he was tough. Man. He was tough. He was tough. But you know what? I think he's realizing, like, look, man, we got to sit down. We got to break bread. I think things are gonna. He wants to be on the Niners. You could tell. Like, this team is great. He knows if he goes to one of these other teams, he's not gonna make it to. They probably won't make a deep run right now. The Niners are a Super Bowl contender. It's just the way it goes, man. Negotiations, no hard feelings when you're going through negotiations. It's a business. The team understands this. I think BA is starting to learn that. And as fans, we got to understand it's a business, man. The negotiations are tough. You can't take things too rough. You can't have your feelings involved because it can really mess you up. But I think in the end, cooler heads will prevail. But I think it was a good sign. You thought I was going live with Larry? I haven't heard from him lately. He's been busy. We've been busy. We got to cook something up this week. Maybe I'll hit him up today and say, "Yo, when are we doing our show?" We were supposed to be going live today, tomorrow. I don't know. I haven't messaged him yet. I've been so busy myself, but we'll get back. Uh, yeah, Ian Sharp. Bosa's negotiations took forever. I think BAs are coming close. To me, it was a good sign. Cosmo says Lynch's body language was. I don't know. I think he caught him by surprise. I think Lynch was surprised, like, oh, that's BA, and he gave him a handshake. Lynch is tough though. He's not going to sit there and like, you know, he's gonna be hard to read. I think Kyle Shanahan being hype. I think Kyle Shanahan being so hype was the good news of it. So we'll see. Again, it to me was a good sign. Some people are saying it was like a goodbye handshake. Some people are saying it was an extension handshake. I don't know. People, it's like handshake gate now. People are actually analyzing the handshake. It's kind of funny, but yeah, it was good to see BA. I think the antics. A lot of people are up. They're like, oh, it's getting old. But I mean, that's when I saw him. I was like, yo, we got to throw this up there. This is definitely something. It wasn't just like, no, he's out there. It was like, oh. Okay, this guy is out there. Kind of, you could read the body language of BA. He was happy to be there. Handshake was nice, and the embrace with Kyle Shanahan was nice. Were those Kyle's kids? Yeah, Kyle's kids are all there, man. They're all there. I wish I was Kyle's kid. Carter, his son, like his kids are always there. They're like the son of the coach, just like when Kyle was a coach, or the son of a coach, Mike Shanahan. Next generation, they'll probably be coaches, and the Shanahan coaching tree will continue. It's crazy. And his son's like there. He's chilling. He gets to ride the cart. He throws the ball. He hangs out with the players. He's having the best summer ever. I love it. Let's get close to 100K subs this season. We got to get it. We got to cook. We got to cook this YouTube up um, throughout the season. But yeah, that's pretty much it for today. That's the review. That's the overall bits and pieces of training camp today. So, any other questions, let me know. We'll probably hop on YouTube for a few minutes. Sorry, not YouTube, Instagram for a few minutes after we just get off of YouTube. I'm going to message Larry and see what's up because we got to go live this week. We haven't had a chance. My man, 49ers Throwback, thank you. Says hit that like button and let's keep cooking. So, you guys have a good rest of your night. Kept it short, kept it simple. We'll be back tomorrow. I had a lot of work today after training camp. So, tomorrow's a day off training camp. So we'll see. I'll try to be live if there's anything pertinent or anything big that happens. We'll be live, but we'll see. We'll see. My man Blood Moon, if you just got here, hop on IG. We'll go talk for a few minutes. So you guys have a good rest of your night. I love you. Bang bang, and again.